Hello and welcome back to episode 19 of Let's Have Lunch. Today's title is something about doing skincare at home during the COVID stay. And we are joined again by Wendy Flynn, our beautiful, wonderful esthetician, who I think last week you saw her subnasal lip lift, and actually that seemed to be one of the most popular episodes we've done here in 19 of them. And you've got Hope Mers also here above her. And Hope, you know, I don't know if you know this, but your segment on lumps and bumps is our #1 segment so far in terms and Wendy's #2. So we've got some good things going on. So because they are the experts, I am going to check out. I will say one thing, that I'm very excited that hopefully we're only 15 days away from being reopened. I want to mention also again that with our skincare options here, you know, Botox is one of those things, and we do have an offer for $9.99 per unit for the month of May, for Mother's Day and Memorial Day, and just getting out of this crisis. So feel free to jump on our website. You can schedule a virtual consultation with me directly. I'm doing those 7 days a week. For those of you who are patients already, feel free to jump on your portal and just find a time if you like. I'm going to turn it over to Karen Lynch, though, who's really in charge here, and we'll go from there. So thank you very much.
Okay, well, today we want to talk about home skincare routines that will get you through until you can see your esthetician, hopefully Wendy. And she's going to guide us through some proper cleansing, toning, some products that her and Hope like to use when they're at home, and just, you know, discuss some of the things that we can do while we're all just sitting at home for our skincare. So if you want to take it away, Hope, we'll get started.
All right. Hi, everybody. So I know we are all stuck at home, and Wendy, our esthetician, she's got probably the most beautiful skin I've ever seen, and she takes such good care of it. And so she's going to go over some tips and tricks that she's doing at home during this time that we're all kind of stuck. So Wendy, why don't you maybe talk about your daily routine or different tips you have for people while they're at home, and, you know, anything that we can do.
Okay, well, you know, as most of my clients know, I always tell them basically the four strategies to the skincare routine is cleanse, correct, hydrate, and protect. Those are the 4 categories that, regardless of what you do within that, those are what will help the skin maintain and support the cellular turnover. So without further ado, and I guess I should open this up with saying, good morning, cool cats and kittens. That's the Tiger Joe. So I had to say that in homage. All right, so anyway, Clarisonic brush is basically where we start the thing. I don't condone or do not suggest that you use it every day, depending on your skin types. If you have acne, or if you're in a retinal treatment or a blemish treatment, it might be a little harsh to use every day. But myself, I use it about 3 or 4 times a week. It's a great superficial exfoliation treatment, and it starts the process with my skin at nighttime. I don't use it in the morning. I really, truly recommend that clients use very little in the morning as far as cleansing the skin. A warm water and soft cloth, which I'm giving you a little bit of cheater here, but you know, it's like little microfiber cloths. It helps a lot, and especially it helps bridge the gap when you are maintaining the healing stage of retinal. So, you know, it will help exfoliate a little bit and help remove some of those dry, flaky things that you see in the morning when you wake up. So that is something that is done at nighttime. But you know, in the morning, it's just basically warm water and a soft cloth that helps your skin to just get that moisture and everything activated back into, you know, from a good night's sleep, providing that you go to sleep with properly clean skin. That's where we're at. We don't want to hear about anybody going to bed with makeup on. That's not accepted. So with the next step that I do, and sometimes people will tone, PCA hydrating toner it is not something that I do on a regular basis. My skin personally does not like toner. It is not something that I feel I need to use. However, with oily skin or someone that has systematic skin, it might help calm it down, tone it down a little bit. What I love and what I do is the Aven thermal spring water. It's wonderful. And it is like, oh my gosh, the best wake me up ever in the morning. I love it, and I will do it throughout the day. Sometimes I have a little travel size that I use as well, and I keep in my purse. But this is something that just helps refresh my skin, and it actually helps hydrate it as well. So I love that. The next step is what I feel is the go-to in the morning, and that's the vitamin C, the antioxidants, the protectors, the builders, the stabilizers for a new cellular turnover coming through. And it is something that I feel very strong about. And my clients know this, that it is something that, especially with spring and summer coming, with the UVA and UVB, the higher sun temperatures coming out too, that it is something that will help protect the skin as well with the hyperpigmentation. And it will also support, as I said, and protect and diminish a little bit of the hyperpigmentation as well at the same time. So it's very important. So what I tend to go back with, I toggle a little bit. I like the PCA C&E Advanced. I love that. A lot of you have given me feedback that it is more of a grainy or sticky or something that you don't feel that it's something that your skin likes as much. So what I do and recommend that you do as well is with the hyaluronic boost PCA as well, that you do about a half a pump of that, and you put a little bit of the, I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. I'm pretty generous with my C&E. And then I do about a half a pump of the hyaluronic acid, and I mix that together because I have nothing on my skin right now. Okay, so I just go ahead and I'm looking in my mirror, so I hope I'm not going away from anything. And I put it right up under my eyes and under my eyes. And I get all around there. And that's why I'm generous to that, because this time when I'm home, locked up, I have been pushing my skin to the limit, so to speak. All right, and then I'm going to do another half a pump and another large pea size. Then mix it, because I feel that this helps absorb. The PCA C&E is great because it has the omnisomes in there also to help with the absorption, and it gets in there. And put it right down on your neck and your chest area, your décolleté, because it is so important for the skin. And get your earlobes, really get right in there, okay? And then, of course, I swipe. And I'm telling you what, this is amazing, because I am living proof that that has helped lighten the brown spots on my hands. It's crazy, but it's the truth. So after that, and then keep your hyaluronic boost out because you're going to use it again. But I also wanted to give homage to the Elastin Restorative. It is also their antioxidant answer, and it is nice. I will toggle between that, so to speak. Every now and then I'll take a break from the C&E, and I will use this to kind of calm the skin down, and it feels good. It's not as stingy or bitey as the C&E, so my skin needs this sometimes. So I like this, and I will use this probably about 3 days mornings, and then I'll do the next week the C&E from PCA. So I don't want people to feel like you are stuck in a rut or that you are committed to a certain brand. We carry the SkinMedica, the PCA, and the Elastin lines, and they're all very good, productive lines and reliable, and we wouldn't carry them if they weren't. So I feel very strong that, you know, I support anything that you use as far as within those lines. We just want you to use good, reliable, physician recommended products. But the other one that PCA carries is the Sequench. And I hope you can see that. I don't know if I'm holding it up right, but it is something that is great for active skin, for oily skin. And sometimes I will do that as well because it's a 15% L-absorbic, where the CNE is a 20%. And this is something, a great bridge over for people that have not been using a vitamin C serum. So I will start many people out on that so that they're not frightened or discouraged with the reactions of the stronger product. But this is also good, and sometimes I'll use this on the weekends and just, you know, keep applying it all day. So I kind of like that too. The other thing that is really good is the Skin Medica HA5. That is nice as well. So I will toggle between that and the PCA Hyaluronic Boost. Next will be the hydration, and again, I am stuck on, put my lid on here. I am stuck on the hyaluronic or the PCA Hydrolux. It is wonderful right now for my skin. It loves it. In the wintertime, I tend to use the collagen hydrator, which is a heavier, more occlusive, more humectant oil-based moisturizer from PCA. But I love the Hydrolux. It's more of a whipped texture, and I love how it goes on and just melts into my skin, so to speak. So I'm gonna put that on because, to be quite honest, with the retinol usage that I'm using right now, my skin is tingling and sending messages to me saying, get something on me right now to counteract. So I'm going to, and I just like to just go ahead. I know I stress the 4-dot theory to a lot of my clients in the room, but I've been doing this for so long that my fingers just go where they're supposed to go. And I really work it up into there. Again, don't forget the ears. And I like to work it all the way around this, because so many people just put it right here. You got to remember this side. So I put that on again. And what's nice is the fact that I stress, be gentle to your skin, go slow. Fast and Furious is for the teenagers and for maybe the 20-year-olds, but slow and steady wins the race with anti-aging and with skin that I have, with skin with the majority of my clients as well. But it's something that we need to take in consideration, the skin's needs, and the skin doesn't react and bring results as quickly as we age. So I feel that as the skin slows down its process of the cellular turnover, of the elastin, of producing the hyaluronic, we stop producing that. So to bring that back around, it's not a wham bam. It's more of a slow and steady, where it's a gentle and being kind to your skin. And I have had to learn that in the past 3 or 4 years, that bring it back, pull it back in, and slow down a little bit. And that is when my skin started flourishing. It started glowing more again. And I was just amazed by how it was repairing and paying me back, so to speak. So that's the Hydrolux. Something else that I want to suggest, that if people don't have that, is the CeraVe. I have been a fan of this for years, and I feel that it is something that's good for face and body. It has ceramides in it, and it is a very supportive moisturizer and replenisher for the skin. So it's great for eczema, for psoriasis, for rosacea. People suffers as well. So it's really good. And I use that. Some days that's all my skin gets. You know, it just depends. And it's getting to know your skin. It's getting to, that's what I feel is so important, is we have to know our skin, and we have to know how it's going to react, how it's going to repay us back, so to speak. So the other thing that I love at the moment, and I'm seeing good results, especially after my neck lift. It looks great. But I want to support the results. I want to keep this nice and do my part with keeping it looking good. And that is the Perfecting Neck and Décolleté. I love it. I can be honest about this, that I wasn't a fan of specialty creams for a long time until I had my my advanced facelift. And I would just put whatever I did on my face, I would bring down to my chest and my neck. But the Perfecting Neck and Décolleté cream, it has a formula in there, again, with the peptides and with the growth factors, that it tends to support the, and I know I'm putting everything on, but that's okay. Trust me, it's good for the skin. Thicker sometimes with thin layers is what you want. And I am living proof that my skin is so sensitive that if something that I used was not working, it would be showing up right now. I'm very sensitive. And I know a lot of you find it hard to believe, but I am. And contrary to what people believe, I don't abuse my skin too much all the time, but it is just a really good neck and décolleté formula. So that's good. The next thing is sunblock. I'm kind of going through quickly my regimen because I feel, that's mine. And, and I want to share that, but I want to get more into other things too. So the next thing, and sometimes I will add to my moisturizer if I'm going through a retinal, I call a reaction period that will last maybe 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. But since I've been off work, as many of you, I have pushed my skin with the retinol usage. I have been using it every night. And I think last week I stopped. I think I didn't use it maybe 2 nights, but I've been pushing it. And so it's very reactive. And I know Hope and I spoke about this yesterday, that I'm like, oh my gosh, my skin's gonna be really red and inflamed and it's peeling. But it's calming down, so it's okay. But the Elastin Recovery and Protect Balm, it is wonderful. I love this stuff. And a lot of times I will put just a little bit on my finger and mix it in with my moisturizer. Even if you use a CeraVe, it's a magic trick sometimes because it calms the skin down and it feels, it's like, oh my gosh. And especially at nighttime, when I do my nighttime regimen, that's what I will go to. But since I've been off work and I've been home, I have basically let my skin do whatever it wants. And I have shaken it up where I have used the retinol during the day. I have put vitamin C on 2 or 3 times during the day. I reapplied, and I have I've done a couple masks, but for the most part, the other day the only thing I've really done that is out of the ordinary is I've applied a Sensi Peel, and that's why my skin is a little still pink. But on top of the retinol usage, it was a little abusive. So I didn't take a break, and I just went right in and put a couple of layers of Sensi Peel on, which is 6% trifluoroacetic acid and 12% lactic, I believe. So that's what we do in the office, and it is a great peel for all skin types, all Fitzpatrick's, and it's just a great brightener and lightener, I tell people, and a tightener. So it's a burst of energy for the skin. I like it. But last but not least, obviously, is your sun protection. And I have several that, well, I have 4 that I really, truly love. And the first and my go-to has always been the PCA Sheer Tint. And it's a 45 SPF. Awesome. It has a glow. It will give your skin this nice hydrating protection. It's very nice. And it has a little bit of a tint to it. I don't know if you can see it on my hand.
Wendy, one thing I wanted to say about sunscreens.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got sunscreen and you've got sunblock. What Wendy's putting on right now is a physical sunblock. So that means it's zinc and titanium as the active ingredients.
Yes.
And these are your best kind of blocks, especially after a Sensi peel or a procedure. You're not going to want to put those chemical-based sunscreens on your skin. So it's really important to follow the regimen that Wendy or any of our team members recommend post-procedure, because there are reasons that we say use this product versus this product. That sensitive skin that she's talking about as well, physical blocks are great for that. So that's something I wanted to add, but that was great,
So,
Wendy, going through your routine
okay.
like that. Thank you.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to hold them up. I don't know if you can really tell the difference, but it just is a sheer coverage appearance-wise, but it is a very nice SPF or a sunblock for people and for ladies that, and men as well, that do not want that heavy feeling, and that they don't wear foundation, they don't wear makeup, such as myself. I like a powder, and what I do is I take my mineral powder and I mix it in with my sheer tint, and that gives me a liquid foundation in a way. So that's kind of like one of my secrets as far as what I do for my skin. I like that coverage sometimes, and some days I just use the sheer tint. So it's really nice, and I love this stuff. I truly do. And what's nice is that you can throw this in your purse and you can keep it with you, because as I tell my clients, it's not the original application of sunblock that's important. It's the reapplication. You have to reapply. There is not one sunblock on this earth that's good for all day. And where we came up with that, I don't know. But it's very important that you reapply at least every 2 hours. And as someone that I respect very highly, Hope Mers, said, if the sun's up, you gotta apply it. And I love that, because it's the truth. And it's, I apply it during the day here. We have big windows in the house. I open them up. I love the sun. So when it's sunning or when it's shining, but I put it on because, the reflection of the glass is very, very important. And when you're in your car, you have no idea. There's so many great different items that you can use as far as sunblock goes. A hat, 4-inch brim all the way around. It's not your baseball caps. It's not your visors. They just protect right here. There's no protection all through here. And this is very vulnerable, especially when you're driving in the car, whether you're being a passenger or a driver. So the sunblock, sunglasses, are very important with the skin. And I truly believe that that's why I do not have under eye wrinkles and creases, is because I have always worn those wraparound sunglasses. And I think when I was probably in my late 20s and my parents had their cataract surgeries, and I got in, and they came home with those huge big glasses, those like bug eye glasses, and I loved it. Well, I copped on to one of them. I stole one of them, and I have worn things like that, not that big. But now I find glasses that are really wraparound, and I wear them in the car all the time, and I love it. So anyway, but that's a good one. Also, a really good one that I'm trying out and I like is the Skinmedica Essential Defense, the Mineral Shield. Yeah. I like it. I really like it. It's light. It's very, the skin breathes. It's not heavy. And I actually do like this a lot. I've worn this several times.
Wendy, I have some questions from patients about the hair on their face. They're not able to see you. They can't get in for a dermaplane. Is there anything they can do at home?
Yes. I tell people, you do it responsibly, but a big razor, something, I even have a fancy one here, I think it's a Gillette, but you have to be careful. And I tread very lightly on this because I don't want anyone really nicking their skin and causing scars or anything like that. But, you can shave. I did it for years before I became an esthetician, and it just removes the vellus hair, the fuzzy, soft peach fuzz. But it's not going to do a whole lot of exfoliation except for maybe, some of the really dry, flaky, superficial skin that's on there. But you can basically, and I always tell people, you can just hold it and just lightly, go, and just gentle. You don't have to go heavy. And this is where most people will have it, is right through here and along the jawline.
And just so you know, what we're talking about is that V-less hair. So on our skin, everybody gets these little fine V-less hairs. And that's what we kind of scrape off during a dermaplane along with the outer layer of skin to leave your skin nice and fresh and it's able to breathe and your products can get in better. Those are very important just for your normal skincare regimens. Wendy, do you recommend 4 to 6 weeks?
About 4 to 6 weeks, depending on what people, with their schedule and things like that. But yeah, most of my clients will come in every 4 weeks because once you start doing it and you feel the difference in your skin and you see the noticeable improvement to the skin as far as cellular turnover too, because that impedes that as well, that yeah, they'll come in.
It's addicting. You'll want to do it all the time after you have it done once.
Yeah. Yes, that's
Karen
right.
or Dr. Mendelson, is there anything else you'd like to add or any other topics?
I think this covered it. It was really actually very good, and we got some great information there. So I appreciate your time, Wendy. It was really good information. And
Wendy's just a superstar, in every way. She's so good. Wendy,
I have one thing that I wanted to tell people, really, truly, my clients, is during this time, do something different. Change is so important right now, as we've all experienced in our lives. And, instead of getting down about it and down in the dumps, do something different, maybe once a week. Explore something. I have been exploring different things with like eyeshadow, with makeup. I'm not a big makeup wearer, but I've tried things. It's like just for fun. And my final note is, because my new one this week is, I decided to pin curl my hair. Okay, so I'm going to wait and take it down. And I'll see what it looks like. So have fun, we'll all be back to work shortly, hopefully soon. So embrace it.
That was awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, maybe we'll have you back. I don't know.
No. No, that's it.
To get some vitamin D, okay? So we'll check that out. But well, I look forward to seeing you in the office one of these days, Wendy, in 15 days.
Same here. Yes.
But if anybody has any questions, feel free to email them in, or obviously use Facebook. And we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thanks, Wendy, and thanks, Hope.